It's the Wrestlingus show, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we give you your rundown in both WWE and AEW, but we separate it out. You get multiple shows, especially full entire length shows on patreon.com/LingusMafia. For as little as $5, you get at least 2 shows a week. And when there is specials or pay-per-views, you will have 3 shows a week where we go dive deep into that. This week we're reviewing, on this show at least, that we're reviewing Dynamite because we did the bonus show earlier this week, was exclusively on Patreon, and that was the Battle of the Belts, and we threw in Rampage in there as well. So we did some WWE earlier this week, and then we had that deal that we had to do with the Battle of the Belts, which, God, the fucking Pope was weeping from that fucking show, and we had quite a show.
Not much of a special.
No, Faust, that was, here's our special as in Short Bus. This is our wrestling special.
It was Rampage Hour 2.
Which I encourage everybody on Instagram to go to AEW Botches. Is that what it's called, Faust?
Yeah, AEW Botches.
Good Lord. Fausty, point that one out to me. Well, that is something else, Faust.
They're on Twitter, too. You can follow them on Twitter as well.
And so everything of ours that you want to look for is at Lingus Mafia. That is our Twitter. That is at this Patreon. And also, Faust, you can go to our TikTok, which is not run by me, especially. And I don't even have TikTok. They could have a picture of my gaping asshole, and I wouldn't even fucking know about it because I wouldn't see it. So that'll be up there.
That's Greg's project.
Well, yeah, especially if it's my gaping asshole, and he'd be busy. As Faust knew, in our pre-show that we have on the Godfather Plus tier on our Patreon, we record ahead of time and bullshit around before we start the show. And I would like to say I'm drinking booze as we start the show, Faust. Let me have a drink of Di-Serona and cranberry for the working man.
Salute.
That ass never tastes so sweet. You know, the Duchess, she yells at me when I slurp like this. Mm-hmm. And I go, how do you drink with a fucking ice cube? I fucking I don't just pour and let it trickle into my mouth. I need to get it, Faust. I need to pull the juice quickly from this. So I do like this. I have to suck the juice. God damn it!
Sucking the ice down your throat as well.
Yeah, well,
keep the ice in the
you keep teeth as a dam,
right? Exactly.
And you pull. That is my gate, Faust. I'm not. I gotta I suck it through the gate, and you get the juice. I go. I don't have time to. Let me luxuriously lay back and have the juice. No, I need to be quenched and get it down there. So I'm having my Di-Serona because it's a fine Italian liqueur, Faust. It's an amaretto. God damn it. Let's get into this fucking horrible Dynamite, shall we? Although, Faust, I still enjoy. I hear Dynamite coming on. I tell you, I get more excited that this show is coming on than Raw 500 times more. I
would say
like
for most of the time, whether it's good or bad, at least the show usually moves pretty good, so you're never sitting there really bored.
It does move. There are some things we'll get to that, listen, if it was a perfect show, our show wouldn't be any good.
True.
We need,
we need shit to bust
We
on.
almost should be glad that Raw is garbage, but there's a middle garbage, at least with Raw. There should be, because this Raw is like, it's not tolerable with what we watch. Mm-hmm. You need at least AEW-esque where I can enjoy a couple things, put some things over, and bust balls on some other things.
Right.
Raw is just, I'm like, the lead and the pencil's running out trying to write as much busting balls because that's all it is garbage the whole time. I don't get a break to say, this was nice.
Right.
Cole starts off talking in the show. He's out there, and he's got his Undisputed Era with him, Faust. That's what we'll call them. The Bucks and Landon show up. And the funny thing is, Faust, I write the guy's name is Landon because they say it. I didn't have a clue until later in the show where he goes, my name's Brandon. I go, whoops, I don't even fucking remember this guy's name. I forget it's Cutler. I should remember this. But I'm like, I don't even, he's a pimple on my ass. I don't.
It's so funny because when I remember when Dynamite started, like in their like early year, he was just like a normal like enhancement guy. I don't even know if it was a job. He probably was winning matches on Dark, but he was just out there. But he didn't have this dumb gimmick that he's the lackey and spraying the fucking spray. And
why has he got the mask? Did he break his nose at one point 100 years ago? Like he's Orton with a cast or something for?
I don't know, but I'm the jokes with him when they're backstage and they're like, make sure you're recording and cut it, Brandon, and all that shit. I
got no time for that.
Yeah.
So here's the thing where I said I needed to. It should have been Cav producing. Because they did a line out here, and I said, where the fuck is the writers? Mm-hmm. Bucks come out, and one of the Bucks, I can't tell you if it's Matt or Jeff, I don't know which one this guy is, and he says he kicked COVID's ass in 2 days. Did he say something like he should have an award or some shit? He said something that he should have something because he kicked COVID's ass or something. I don't know.
I heard him say he kicked its ass, but he
kicked COVID's ass in 2 days. That motherfucker Brandon should have fucking, soon as he said that, went fuck and started spraying around him with that Lysol shit.
Right.
Fuck, come on now. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. 2 days. You still got that shit. Fuck. Yeah. Bucks say, they get to the ring and they talk to Undisputed out there and they say, our resolution is to get the belts back. Fish and O'Reilly say, oh, us too. So Cole says, how about a friendly, match? We'll have a nice fair match between each other. And then the best friend music comes out, which is horrible. And you get this Orange Cassidy who walking to the ring. And then they all jump the bad guys, right? The bad guys get the upper hand because then Statlander goes face to face, who's bigger than fucking Cole, by the way.
He's bigger than Cole.
She fucking dwarf him. And she gets, in his forehead. She's staring right. And then fucking Britt Baker fucking shows up. Which you go, okay, finally they fucking try to, what the fuck?
Yeah,
they should
kind of finally acknowledged. I mean, everybody knows, but it's the first time where they've done something on camera together, I believe.
Yeah, and then, so DMD comes out there and she beats her up and does her whole DMD bullshit. And then Cole asks for the kiss spot with the Bucks and everybody. And fucking Baker pushed them aside. She give a nice tongue kiss, Faust. She give a good tongue kiss. And I said, I saw a spit connect, Faust.
Yeah, and the Bucks got cucked.
The Bucks stand there jerking off watching. I don't know who they were jerking off to. That's the problem. Then they show the big Go Home show, whatever the fuck that show is called. Go Big show.
Well, it's the Go Big show. Yeah.
And they show a highlight of a man lighting himself on fire doing a Rubik's Cube. Mm-hmm. Where this would ever be, because it doesn't, America's Got Talent, you're headlining Vegas. What are you doing with this? I'm going to, ladies and gentlemen, you've paid $200. I'm lighting myself on fire and doing Rubik's Cube. After that, I'm going to do Rubik's Rings. And then, thank you and good night. What are you not doing? I can only solve the rings, Faust. I can only do that.
I think Cody went up to the guy afterwards and says, hey, what do you use to put on your back so you don't burn yourself?
Does that flake at all? It had to be.
Oh, you're supposed to put it on your clothing and not your skin?
I totally thought that guy was going to have, I thought his face was going to get on fire because it was goop. Yeah. His whole face was like a cum
he
bubble.
Starts walking in a circle and hunched over to keep the flames
keep it away from his
him.
face. Yeah, like keep fucking going. All right, Wardlow versus Punk. Let's see if Wardlow can work, Faust, because this now this is a match. I wouldn't be upset with Punk taking a longer time like he does with the jobbers. Right. This is a big guy. You got to put him over. You got to try to make him look good. Okay, let's see. 7 fucking power bombs and through a table. MJF is ordering Wardlow. I want more power bombs. I'm wondering, how is Punk getting out of this?
Yeah,
because he's dead.
Because Wardlow did 5, and then he put foot on chest, Khali Undertaker style, for the pin, and MJF jumps up. No, you got to do more.
Always. Fucking killing. I'm like, Punk is a blob at this point, dead. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. Those power bombs weren't like harsh power bombs. You saw he would let him down nicely.
I mean, they weren't ginger, but yeah, they weren't.
Yeah. But he's like, who threw a table? He gets in at the fucking, 10 count, whatever, and then fucking small package before a power bomb, and it's over. And Punk's still dead. And so,
10-0, CM Punk.
And then you get MJF screaming, at Wardlow, and fucking slaps him, and Spears comes out there to separate. Punk is a great actor, or he really got hurt. I thought he was hurt. I did. I'm like, I wonder if he's really fucked up, because he looked like something was fucked up on him. The way the referee was with him, I'm like, well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, even with the not so hard power bombs, I'm sure that's a little jarring.
Hey, it's got to be, but I thought it was
7 of them and through a table.
Thought it was beforehand, like his arm or something was fucked up. Reminded me of Ryback match with him though. It totally did. Yeah. I was like, just a brute, and then him. Hobbs versus Dante. I'm Dante. Every
I'm
time
like, wait, didn't
Dante,
we just watch this match with the big guy beating up the small guy?
Taz says he doesn't have a good law team. Why would you say that?
Yeah, I still don't know how he got out of that contract.
Always with this contract. We're going to figure it out. Yeah, I tore it up and just walked away. What do you mean I figured it out? Stark shows up during this match. I was going to say,
the spine buster Hobbs does to him on the floor. Eesh.
Yeah, you think, oh, well, you're light, motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. Stark shows up. It was fantastic, right? You love Starks. This is your favorite guy?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm like, what's Starks doing dancing? Oh, wait, he's kicking.
No shit. He does weird shit. He almost does the Enzo dance.
Because, Dante's on the floor and Starks is, kicking him, but the way he's kicking him looks, so fake. It's almost like the way he's moving his arms around and everything.
Yeah.
Is he dancing or kicking?
Jay Lethal, they pull him out of mothballs. You can't even tell who the fuck it was. They had to tell you. I was
now playing the role of Leo Rush is Jay Lethal.
Where is Leo Rush? He gets shit canned? Or he quit again?
I don't know. Last time I saw, he was telling Tony Khan to apologize on Twitter. But then he
God. I don't know why anybody... you're not allowed to say he thinks what's-her-name is no good at a fucking worker because she's black.
Right.
Fuck off. Go fuck yourself sideways. I don't fucking want you. How about that? I don't need a fucking reason. I would rather have my WWE people that I steal. Fuck off. Didn't even steal them. That's a different thing. They just get released. Fuck it. We don't need to steal.
I'm trying to figure out Dante's finisher. It looks pretty wild because he does a backflip.
He calls a nosedive.
Yeah.
So he pulls Starks off the ring, and then Dante does, because this is a distraction because of this. Yeah. Dante does this backflip springboard, and what would you fucking even call it? Because he kind of goes reverse diamond cutter with him being the one who falls.
Yeah.
So it's inverted.
It's like he does a backflip into almost like...
I can't tell you.
Ziggler's finisher, kind of. No, but he's kind of stands on the side and I don't know.
Almost
like a reverse Russian leg sweep.
So he pins Hobbs and he wins the fucking match. And Taz is I laughed at we're glad to have you here, Taz. I'm like, are you the manager or whoever the fuck they are, and you just called me here now to commentary? And
right, because we need a 4-man booth.
God. Inner Circle Jerk is in the back. And Marvez says, congratulations. PWI said you guys are faction of the year. Bullshit. Who are they sucking off to fucking... And
PWI won all the awards.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got everything right.
The ones I saw because I saw MJF bitching because he's on the back cover for most hated wrestler or something, and I forget who. I think
who's wrestler of the year.
You know what? I gotta look it up. I can't remember.
Better be
but
fucking
there was no
Roman.
WWE guys on there.
Give me a break. Roman's not the fucking wrestler of the year.
I thought Marvez was going to congratulate Jericho for getting that shit out of his hair. So it looked like he combed it out this week.
Hey, you wiped it down. Now, do you notice what MJF, Y2J says? I still write Y2J. I don't care.
Oh, where he goes, since we've started, we promised to take over this country and the company and the world.
Fuck it. The country, I don't care where. However, though, he said since day one. That's Usos. Group. That's true. That's the group. So is that a fuck you? It's our faction. Fuck you. Day one.
Yeah, but also wasn't his wife at the Capitol building on January 6th trying to take over the country?
She wasn't she? Jericho's wife was at the... Did she get arrested today and get fucking sentenced for fucking 20? My God. Kingston shows up. Faust, I've loved Eddie Kingston since ROH. And he comes out there and he talks shit to Jericho. And he says, hey, Santana Ortiz, you know the reason why you're not tag team champions? He's like this, right to his face. You. Because this guy. Y2J says GFY. And fucking Kingston goes, the hell does that mean? I'm like, he doesn't know what that means. MJF comes out of the tunnel screaming and yelling, no. Next week, I've had it. You guys want the match, and you know where this is going. I mean, it's the same shit.
Your winning streak's finally coming to an end. I'm going to make sure of it. And
I really thought during the Wardlow match when he had him beat, I thought he was going to say, and this is my writing now, no, pull Punk on top of you, and you take the loss now. I want to be the first person to get the win. Why the fuck all my cronies, you're going to beat him before I get to fucking beat him?
Yeah.
How about you just kill him? Well, he can have his little win. That's fine. And he get win. But so then you would still say, shit, Punk could have fucking should have lost to Wardlow. The only reason he got a win is because he got pulled on top. It was a
squash match.
Yes, he got squashed. So now he's screaming, you guys want it. Next week, Sean Spears. Which should be reversed. It should have been Spears, then Wardlow. I'm like, yeah, because now Spears has a chance in hell. Now this match could be that 4-second match. Spears, I don't know why he's in there. They go, well, you got a hot wife. You enjoy yourself. Cowboy talks in ring, and then Lambert shows up. And then, and it wasn't even that great of a shit talk, I don't think.
No, and my page is out there wearing his Smokey the Bear fucking
shirt. What is that anyway? Yeah.
He's trying to prevent forest fires, apparently.
Lance Archer shows up and looking to kill Lambert. Why, though? I forget. What does Lambert have to do with that he got hurt?
I think they said that he had went after Lambert before. I don't really remember.
I don't even know why, because I'm like, he landed on his head, but was he against one of Lambert's guys? I don't even know who the fuck it was against.
I don't remember.
But, all right, he's good. He's back. And he goes...
Archer doesn't look as scary with, clothes? I think he looks scary when he's got that red hair and everything. I don't know. Maybe it was...
I'm like, where's Jake?
Doesn't look different. Yeah, who cares?
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it. So he's out there going to kill Lambert. No. Look who's here. It's the champ. And then he fucking goes after Cowboy and fucking throws him through a damn chair, which is fucking brutal. Power bomb like a razor's edge through a chair. I'm like, fuck. So I guess that's all you got to do. You got to be gone for a fucking ever. You come and you get a title shot, I guess. Okay.
Just attack the champ.
That's all you got to ever fucking do. I would attack every damn week.
Fuck a ranking.
Yeah, I lose on the pay-per-view. I attack you the next week. I don't care. I got to keep on doing. Maybe I'll find and win. Arn back with Brock Anderson and some other guy. And some guy saying that.
This smells like Horseman country.
Tully shows up with FTR, and they challenge them to a match for next week. And they go, oh, my God. They see Tully and Arn shake hands, and everyone comes. And, all right.
And because FTR is saying, oh, we're the kids that Arn wish he had.
Calls him dad and shit. Yeah, probably true, but... Okay. Ashita versus Johnny Deep. Now, I was like, this Sheeta, who I always thought her name was Ashita. Ashita gets attacked on her way to the ring, taking her knee out. So it's constantly with this knee shit. And Ashita's wearing her half MC Hammer pants and diaper.
Always, yeah.
Always.
And then those weird boots or shoes that
they're those Japanese ones with the fucking the toes. I hate those. I tried those on. Oh, they're the worst. She can't continue because of this knee problem. So it's pretty much it doesn't happen. Really.
Yeah, couldn't have her tap. The ref had to stop it.
Great.
She's a good guy.
Yeah. Matt Hardy versus Penta. After Penta wins this match, because who really cares about this match for us in the first place?
First they had to have a chant off with the Cero Miedo and the delete stuff, and they had to show Rebby in the crowd with the two kids, the two youngest kids, I guess. And
like GOC once said, Faust, imagine being famous because Matt Hardy came in you.
Right before the match, Shivani goes, Hey, before we go on this match, I just want to take a second to say, go Georgia Bulldogs. And JR just goes, well, these guys, like totally no sell,
Right past it. Fuck it. After the match, Penta calls out Aleister Black, and he shows up and starts to beat him up. But everybody comes out, the Varsity Blondes, and then Julia, Faust, who called this the other fucking week.
Yeah, not wearing, it's the slow, because now she's not wearing the cheerleader stuff. She's just wearing a black, was it like a black tank top or a black shirt?
Yeah, but jeans and with her eye patch. Don't hurt him about Black, right? I go, here comes Alexa Bliss now, yep. Lights go out, and a guy I have no fucking clue who he is shows up, and for a second, I think it's Bray. I stood, and I went, cut his hair? What? I'm like, something, do I know this person? I don't know what's going on. I'm like...
The crowd was chanting for him before the lights even went back.
That guy?
On. Brody King.
Yeah. Oh. They knew I'm all right. Then they knew he was fucking coming.
I guess it's been rumored. Yeah, I'd never seen him before because he's from ROH. I guess they said he's a former ROH tag champion. I'm like, I wonder who his tag team partner was.
Was it Black?
PCO.
Oh,
Pierre Carl Ouellet, or however you say his last name.
Ouellet.
The former Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Yes, there you have it. All right, Bear Country, Faust. Versus the Acclaim.
I like to call them the poor man's heavy machinery.
That's
you
fucking good.
You acclaimed.
Listen. They go over. You must have erectile dysfunction, and you look worse now than in your 10-year challenge picture.
It's all relevant shit. There's who was the Australian golf tennis player? That didn't get the vaccine. There's a jab at him in there.
Yeah, don't ask Billy about it because he's boycotting. He's boycotting the whole thing because of it.
Oh, boy. Somebody in this crowd has a sign that says Russell Wilson wrestles.
Good. I'm glad, Faust, because I thought I'm the only one who says this. I'm like, fucker looks just fucking like him.
Oh, another line he said in the rap too is he said
he shits on Sting and Darby in there.
Yeah, that they're bitch made. I'm like, I haven't heard bitch made used in a while.
Bitch made. That goes next to dickweed, Faust. Bitch made, which is greater than dickweed greater than bitch made. So he does his whole rap, and then the gay guy grabs the mic and says, and if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Acclaim wins, and afterwards, Sting and Darby show up and beat them up. The one thing I cringed about, Faust, was something that almost happened, is Bowens grabs the fucking boombox, and fucking Sting smacks it. And I'm like, you know how close he is to smashing his fingers? I'm like, easy there. And I'm like, you're not that fucking good. Pac promo, because he's got the double blindness. You forgot about that.
Yeah, it
double
looks
blind.
Like they were doing. What was the Sandra Bullock movie on Netflix? Was that Bird Box?
Bird Box. Yeah. Don't look at nothing.
Where she's blind. That's what he looked like.
You gotta tape yourself up. You can't look where you're going. And I laugh because I go, okay, he's blinded. And they're showing, the doctors have bandaged him. He's blind. Why is he in his wrestling gear? He's sitting there with the arm tights on and the boots.
Someone dressed him.
He's just sitting in the fucking room with his gear on, blind. I go, geez, that sounds terrible to me. Matt Hardy says enough is enough and time for a change. Andrade comes in, offers to help, and he says, okay, I'm going to maybe we go have a talk. We go have a talk.
I'm going to leave
fuck this private parts behind, and they leave him. All right, here's your main event, Faust. Daniel Garcia versus Sammy, the intern champion.
This is Cav Manning from the Lingus Mafia podcast and host of the Wrestlingus Show. Why would you listen to the same old run-of-the-mill wrestling review show? Instead, listen to the Wrestlingus Show. We bust balls and say what you're thinking.
Black shows up and spooges in Julia's face. I don't know why she's freaked out. You know this is old hat.
And that was a light one compared to what she's probably used.
Yeah.
We dove deep into Aaliyah's debut.
She pukes all over her tits.
Like she spit up a bowl of soup or something. Tomato soup.
What should Dewdrop's flying crossbody be called?
Beware of the hog splash.
Go to patreon.com/Lingus Mafia and sign up for as little as $5. To find out where to listen to some of these shows for free, go to Twitter @Lingus Mafia.